With respect to the project at CNU and the new plans that were submitted, another concern was this sports complex that they're putting in 5 stories, 1-story parking garage, and it's going to be looking over homes, basketball courts, tennis, racquetball, and this is in the middle of a residential neighborhood. I just want to stress that this is huge uptaking of a 12-story building. Now it's 12 now, at 271 feet, according to the new plans, in the middle of a residential neighborhood. You know, there's nothing wrong with us continuing to be a bedroom community. That's why we moved here, a lot of us. We wanted to not be in the urban Sacramento area, but still have all the benefits in coming to Elk Grove.
I'm hoping that the members of this committee, although I know you don't do the final approvals, you do make the recommendations, I understand, that you look at everything, that you look at the people and what the people want and what is really needed here. If Dignity Health doesn't think that they even need a 200-bed hospital, and they've been doing this for many years, how can anybody in their right mind think we need a 400-bed hospital with all of the things that this individual who has never done a hospital, who runs a small school, who has, as far as we can find, no financing, and thinks he's going to get it done in 3 years. Now, if he can get it done in 3 years, that's amazing. But what bothers me is that the underhanded way it's been presented to us and the lies that have been told to us by members of the community's government, including the mayor, including other people that work for him. And I'm only hoping that your commission will look themselves in the eye in the mirror and say, I'm not going to be one of those people.
The hospital isn't even the biggest part of it. It's every inch of that area over there, it seems like, is being built on. Now we know why they were so anxious to change the land use to employment center. And it isn't because they wanted to change the zoning. I found out that it's because there's something called an FAR, and they can't put the big giant monstrosity there unless it's an employment center. And the fact that the city and everyone was agreed to basically backdoor that's what everybody here is talking about. We shouldn't have to feel like we have to all be city planners just to stop this huge, gigantic, ginormous change in our community. So, and somebody brought up Dignity Health. I was there the other night when they announced at the chamber mixer that they're going to be proceeding, and I'm very excited about that. And when I looked at their brochure, I saw all of the things that they do to give back. And I'm excited to have them as a community partner. The way that we've been treated by CNU so far is so bad, I can't imagine it's going to get any better if they get to move forward.
I also saw the new plans that came out yesterday, and they were concerning, as they have been this whole time. It's unbelievable, the tact that Alvin Chung and CNU have taken. Now it looks like this is going to be a 12-story hospital with an additional 7-story patient tower. There's going to be 3 parking structures, including one with a playground on the top of it for the students who are housed in the 5-story dormitory that houses 300 students, only allotting 150 parking spaces for those 300 students, which in that area is ridiculous because we do not have a high walkability score at all. So chances are those students are all going to need parking spaces as well. That's going to flow over into our community. Not to mention, we're right next to Stonelake's National Wildlife Refuge. I can't even imagine how anybody could think that that's okay to put that huge building, that huge facility, which may lead to an even greater biotech district, next to a wildlife preserve.
A wave of concern, even outrage, is occurring in West Elk Grove because of the recent revelation that the city or city officials intend to build a biodistrict in West Elk Grove. How was this revealed to us? By digging through city officials' email. The Economic Development Director was emailing Alvin Chung, the CNU CEO, for years. And he mentioned, Gerald Doe mentioned his intention to create a biodistrict in West Elk Grove. These emails between him and Mr. Chung discuss pharmaceutical manufacturing at the CNU campus and opening wet labs nearby. He defends himself by saying, quote, as far as the Biodistrict, quote, "It's something I hope becomes part of West Elk Grove's future one day." Mr. Jones certainly doesn't want to hear from residents about how they feel about living next to Big Pharma. A residential community next to a national wildlife refuge is not an appropriate location for big drug manufacturing plants producing pharmaceutical toxic waste.